So this is the Line 6 Spider Jam 2.0. This has over 200 effects, built-in looper recording time of 32 minutes. It has drum loop. You can hook up a microphone, keyboard, or various instruments to it. And it has a drum loop, so you can use different kind of drum loops for whatever you're working on. Now this amp right here, I actually got it out last week and I love it. It was perfect. It's perfect for what I'm doing for my instrumentals. It's just perfect all around. I don't see any kind of flaws with it, except that it is quite heavy. So, you know, if you were trying to take it over to somebody's place, I don't know. I mean, unless you have a car. But when I went to Guitar Center, I was using the Line 6 Spider 4, which is almost about as big as this one. But that one doesn't record. It did the recording for at least 14 seconds, and it has the effects on there. But this one was sitting above the Spider 4. And I knew that right away after testing out the Spider 4 that I knew that I was going to go and get this Line 6. Now, it wasn't always that way, because originally I was going to be buying the Black Star amp. And that one can record as well. I remember I kept going into Guitar Center, testing out various amps. I tested out the Gray Marshall amp, which was like a rectangle type box. And it had these different effects, but I felt like it just wasn't there. Like it just wasn't something that I was going to hang on to, because I already had a Marshall, and that one just didn't have the recording time or no other kind of special features for it. So I also tested out the Vox and the Black Star. The Black Star does the recording. It does different effects. I even brought in my pedal and tested it out. And one day I went into Guitar Center right after work, after 4:30, and somebody bought it. They bought the one that I wanted. And from there I was like, well, I say, what else am I going to try to get, you know, because the other amps, the Fender, the Vox, the Marshall, you can't record unless you have some kind of looper pedal. So I thought about the Line 6, and I started testing out the Line 6 Spider 4. I kept coming in, testing it out, and I said, you know what? The Line 6 Spider Jam 2.0, the one above, I'm going to get that one because that one can actually record. So after I made my decision, I went ahead and I put it on layaway. I put it on layaway within October. And what I did was I put $300 down, and I waited. You know, I had 10 tracks done. Like, I had 10 tracks figured out on paper. I knew how to play those, and I needed another 6. So what I did was I just kept myself busy within the month of October. I would come up with various instrumentals, and by the time it got toward the end of October, I finally got the Line 6 out. You know, I waited upon a Sunday for me being off. I went up there, you know, caught the bus, and I said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get this out. So I paid the $200 that was left on there. So this is a grand total of $500 for this amp. And after I did that, it was such a hike to walk from Guitar Center to the nearest bus stop. And plus, I didn't even know that this thing was going to be heavy. I picked it up with my right hand, and it was just so heavy. And that was the only thing that I would say that it would get a minus on, if it's just being very heavy. But other than that, it's a great amp. And so as soon as I took it home, I didn't even really test it out or use it. I tried to use it Monday morning, and it started having a buzzing sound. So I waited till Wednesday after work to go back up there and see about it, getting a different one. And so I took a Uber to get up there. Got up there. I told them what happened with it. They picked out a brand new one. And not only was it a brand new one, but it had a booklet that came with it. So the one that I originally had didn't have the booklet. So I ended up doing better than I thought I would, getting a brand new one instead of having the used one. And so when I took that home, I actually got on there, started using it, and next thing you know, the rest is history. I mean, I've been just recording my tracks, and today is November 14th, 2016, and I recorded the last 2 tracks. And so now I've got all 16 available on this amp. I can go through and I can go to certain ones and play, or I can erase certain ones if I don't like how they sound or how it turns out. It's just really, really nice. I haven't even tapped into using everything officially with this amp, but based on me using this for the last week or so, I'm just really impressed with this amp. I think I've really made a good investment with this.